We're going to use Google Drawings to create a style tile. Google Drawings is a free drawing tool, very simplified, sort of like the things you would find in Adobe Illustrator, but best of all, it's free. To get started, once you're in Google Drive, you can click New and scroll down to where it says More and choose Google Drawings. The first thing I'm going to do is name my file because Untitled Drawing isn't a good name for it. I'm just going to call it Styletile _4. I always use an underscore or a hyphen to separate words rather than spaces because spaces are not HTML friendly. So the tools that I'm going to use most today are the Shapes tool and the Images tool. There's also a text tool. If I was putting text into my mock-up, I could use that. I won't be using that today. I'm going to start with the Shape tool and select the rectangle and just draw a rectangle to fill my entire background with color. The default color is this light blue color with a black stroke. I'm going to take the stroke off of there by clicking on the stroke tool and choosing transparent. I'm going to change the background color by clicking on the fill tool and clicking custom. I don't ever choose any of the colors that are in that little box because, I mean, essentially this is like a box of crayons. These are kind of lame colors that I probably wouldn't use in designing something. Custom gives me a much better choice of different colors I can put in there. And I'm just going to choose something that looks like an off-white. Once I do that, I think it's time to find my first image. I can upload an image if I own the copyright to it. Taking a snapshot uses the camera in my computer. By URL, again, if I own the copyright to it or if it's not copyright protected. If I've got something stored in my albums or in Google Drive that's not copyright protected, I can use those. Today I'm hunting for images, so I'm going to use search because search will search for images and find things that aren't copyright protected. So the historical figure I'm going to search for today is George Washington. And here's a photo that I think will work. It's good. It's on a transparent background. I'm going to hold down Shift and reduce a little. Holding down Shift constrains the image and prevents me from distorting it. And I want to add different elements to my style tile that are going to create a mood. I want to choose things that are from the colonial era that would look appropriate with my historical figure. So I'm going to go back to my image tool and type in the words colonial pattern. And find one with a color scheme that I think will match the color scheme I'm thinking of. Again, I just click on it, click select, and it'll put it into the image area. Because it's just obscured the first photo I put in there, if I right click and click order and send backward, it will not obscure my image. I think I want to enlarge this slightly and kind of make it go off the page. Okay. So next I need to put in a couple more images that relate to the colonial era, but aren't of my historical figure. So I'm going to go back to my image tool and find something maybe in patterns. maybe if I type the words colonial era. This is big, it has to be reduced down again. Hold shift to constrain proportions. And if one search term doesn't work, I will search for another. And I'm going to use this image. I think that'll work. Because it's not of my historical figure, but it does show some figures from the colonial era. I'm going to use my guide tools so that I have everything aligned. If I want to arrange the space, I can resize these if I think they're not going to work. This looks like it's dominating everything and doesn't seem well balanced. I can reduce down. Hold down shift, reduce. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is add in some color swatches that I'm going to use for my finished Styletile. I'm holding down shift while I'm drawing these because I want a square. Again, I'm going to remove the line, I'm going to change the fill color and see if I can pick up on the colors of the images that I've chosen by using the custom feature. Once I've got one color swatch in there, I can hold down Option or Alt on a PC and click and drag while I'm holding down Option or Alt just to produce four swatches really quickly, bump them up into place. The drawing tools in this work the way drawing tools work in most other software applications. And again, I'm just going to pick colors that I think will complement the images that I've chosen so far. Okay, so my Styletile is complete. What I need to do now is use the share button. If you were doing this, you would enter in my email address. And then click send, and that's all there is to it.